out and shout. Ow!
Welcome. You have now tuned in to the Blackout and Shout podcast with your host, Mike Kincaid.
Can I tell you that Baby Yoda just annoys the shit out of me?
That's because you haven't watched The Mandalorian. Oh, look at Baby Yoda, so huge. Levy Curry.
Some people do all sorts of crazy stuff, like dinosaur romance novels. Those are really a thing. Taken by the T-Rex. A billionaire dinosaur forced me, ravaged by the raptors.
I wonder if there's audiobooks of them.
And Jed Vargo.
He was always like well known for wearing the Nazi outfit on.
Captain Kangaroo?
Captain Kangaroo.
Didn't he have the...
No. And he did not dress up as a Nazi either.
So sit back. Mike, are you... Listen to me. Relax. Say, transform and roll out. And enjoy the show. We good.
You good?
Okay.
We're on the air. We're rolling.
Yeah, I want to see it,
We're
but
rolling.
I don't think April's going to go with me to see it in theaters.
Really? Cocaine Bear? Is she not into Cocaine Bear?
I wouldn't pay money to see that either.
What's that?
I wouldn't pay money to see it either.
Oh, I would.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah, it promotes drugs and violence.
Remember when Deadpool came out? And
Hey, you guys went to see it on Valentine's
We went to
Day
see it on
together.
Valentine's
yeah, that was
Day.
all
How could I
found a
ever
dead
forget?
body in my dumpster.
What a day, huh?
Yeah. No, but somebody wrote a comment somewhere saying, I wish there was a way for you to let parents know that this is not a movie for children. And it says, what, like an R rating?
Right, exactly. So what episode is this?
164. It is episode 164 of the Blackout and Shout podcast, the impromptu Saturday morning, no anything goes show.
Anything goes edition.
No structure.
No structure.
Just relax.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Just
Fuck it.
relax and hanging out.
There's no words on it.
Levy was supposed to be buying comics right now, but that fell through.
The plan already went off the rails. Congratulations, Levy, for having some fucking restraint. I'm not at all disappointed or anything by it. I'm more impressed than anything.
Meanwhile, I was like debating. I'm like, should I go to IKEA and buy more shelves for my shit, or should I get rid of some shit? And I was like, I can't get rid of it. I got to get more shelves.
More shelves. How much room? How many? What were you getting? What kind of? Were you getting details or were you getting something else?
Well, I have those K-Lax. So
Right.
I have the 4 cubes.
Okay.
So I'm getting like an 8 cube high. So because I'm just using the height. Whereas I just had just the 4 and I had like a little table on top. I was like, I got to get like another one that goes across the top so I can have more space because I just ran out of that area. But I got the 3 D12s in the back, which are probably going to be for Transformers. And then the other 3 D12s in the closet, which is for the Hot Toys that I have set up already. And then I'm going to have those two in the middle that I have right now for all the other shit that I got. And then I got to get one more of those for the side. And that should be enough then.
Should be
enough. Yeah, should be. It was kind of cool. I didn't know that you could order IKEA shit online. They get it together for you and just go pick it up.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. I didn't know that you could do that, but everybody else is doing it, so I guess it makes sense.
You get $25 off too. They have a discount shit online, for stuff like that. Oh, I gotta get some more of those boxes too.
Those
dronas or whatever the fuck they call them.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what I got. You want to hear what I got? That's kind of cool. HiddenToys.com.
And it was .net before? Mm-hmm. Oh, no shit.
I got both. I got HiddenToys.com and HiddenToys.net now.
Is that significant?
It was taken before.
Oh.
So the dude reached out to me day before yesterday and was like, hey, we saw that you had this. Would you be interested in buying it? I said, well, it depends. I said, how much it costs? And he hit me with like $1,000 right up front. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I don't need it. And then it basically got all the way down to $100. So I got it for $100.
All right then.
But yeah, so it got transferred. So
nice.
Yeah. Because when you say, it goes to the website, Hidden Toys, usually it's not a .net, it's a .com.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm. So that's cool. I've been educating myself too about long tail keywords. Do you know what those are?
I do not.
So let's say you have, think of a brontosaurus tail,
Right.
right? So it's a real big long tail kind of goes out, right? So think about the part of the chart that's like all the way up near his ass. That would be like art print, right?
Okay.
And if you went all the way to the other end of the tail, that would be like Kat Dennings' Rogue cosplay art print.
So it's more
Specific.
It's more specific.
Yeah,
like
so you gotta find the
hashtag Michael Kincaid is in the code somewhere. Is that what you're?
you gotta find a happy balance between the two. That's a long tail keyword.
The titty might be out. Hashtag there may be one titty out.
But apparently that's how, search engines work and stuff like that. So these days, instead of just basic keywords, it's a long tail keyword. So you put in something like X-Men superhero art print poster or something like that. What have you been up to, Levy?
Nothing.
Oh, I've been watching the Critical Role.
Yeah.
I got to the next arc after the Conclave.
Oh, did you? Okay.
It's fantastic.
Oh, okay.
Fucking fantastic.
That's the one where Scanlan leaves. Darren Darrington arc?
See, that's the part that you ruin for yourself when you read ahead like that, the synopsises and stuff like that.
Well, I didn't read
And
it. I just watched clips and stuff on YouTube, so that's how
I know, but you ruin the surprise for yourself then.
Well,
Because
this is before I decided to start watching and shit.
So they played it up really serious. Like Sam was going to leave.
Yeah.
And then they, switched over. But like it's like really funny. Like the shit that they've been fucking talking about and doing.
Yeah, so that's the Darrington arc?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darrington.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on the episode. They're fighting Thordak right now.
Okay.
So like literally right in the middle of the Thordak fight when I got here, so
Cool. What kind of Dungeons and Dragons stuff have you been listening to, Mike?
Only like sometimes she has her audio. She listens to these audio books, and it's like D&D smut, basically. So something about dragon cocks and whatnot. She was so normal for so long.
My wife went to give me a kiss the other day, and she came in. I went, what's that? I said, whoa! What the fuck's wrong?
Did it work?
It did. It worked. Yeah, it worked. Yeah. Turned around and walked away. I was like, whoa!
It's so funny, man. Every time you talk about your home life, I'm like, you are Al Bundy.
I just don't work in a shoe store.
You just don't work in a shoe. You're like a successful Al Bundy.
Oh man! Hopefully, I won't fall off the roof as many times he did.
Yes.
So what are you gonna do? We're gonna get some sushi then, or are you tired, Levy? You going home? Or
no. I'll
Bullshit me, Levy. We're going to get some fucking sushi.
I'm for sushi.
Yeah.
I love sushi.
Yep.
The only time I just gotta be at IKEA by like 4 o'clock.
Oh yeah, we'll be good.
So
Yeah, I love sushi. Sushi's
is it the same place that we went to before, or is it a different place?
I never took you guys to this place.
Oh.
Trying to remember. Are you thinking of Lily's? Did we go to Lily's?
We went to the place on Airport Road
on Airport Road.
for a bachelor party.
Oh no! This is a different place. Yeah, this is a different place. This is right down here.
Is it Japanese sushi?
Oh no!
Or is it
as opposed to
Chinese restaurant wannabe sushi?
No, it's some good sushi, but
cool.
it's not open until later. We're gonna have to.
What time
during
is
this
it
ship
open
4? We're gonna have to find a plan B.
What time is it?
It's open till. It's not open till 4.
No, it's not open until 4.
Oh,
Yeah. Well,
that's out.
Yeah, I'll look up a plan B while we're across the course of the show. We'll find somewhere. Damn, that's a bummer.
That's kind of fucking business is that? Saturday
Open at 4 on a Saturday. Seriously.
Actually, a lot of places are like that now.
Really?
Staffing.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of places I know of don't open till 4 now.
Fucking millennials.
Nobody wants to work.
I know, right? No responsibility.
Fuck it.
I don't want to work. Well, I guess you won't fucking have a job anymore then. Oh, I'm feeling depressed today. I can't go into work.
I can't make sushi.
Yeah. I actually got all the shit to make sushi. I just haven't done it yet. I have to give it a shot. I got the sushi rice and all the fucking nori and all everything else to fucking the bamboo fucking things to roll it. I just haven't tried it yet. The trick's the rice. Making it sticky.
You need a short grain rice.
I bought, I got a big fucking 10-pound bag of it.
That's a lot of sushi rice.
I like sushi rice. It's good. Just eat it just so, too.
What was the name of the place that we went to on Airport Road? Do you remember, Levy?
What? Ichiban.
Ichiban, that's right.
Yeah.
The place was okay. The place was okay.
I like that place.
Did you?
Yeah.
I thought it was all right.
There's a list of places on here within a few
We don't have
miles
to have
here.
sushi. We have something else.
I just really had my heart set on
Yeah,
sushi, but
I'm kind of in the mood for sushi now.
Okay. I just had
Well, not
sushi
now, but,
3 days
you know.
ago. So
oh, for real?
Yeah.
Well, it's completely.
I also had Italian like 2 days ago, so I can go anyway.
It's up to you guys,
Either way.
whatever y'all want to do.
Sushi.
Well, then sushi it is.
Levy sounds
Sushi
firm
it
on
is,
sushi.
Sushi.
So where's the next best sushi place?
All right, so we got, let's see, Steak and Steel Hibachi is in Bethlehem.
That sounds like casino sushi. Is that casino sushi?
44 West Walnut.
You guys have, well, I don't know if Mike has, but you've seen the bit that like on Conan O'Brien. You've seen the Conan O'Brien late night talk shows and stuff like that.
Have I watched Conan O'Brien?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You've seen episodes, right?
Sure.
So you know the running gag whenever
I'm not.
Paul Rudd comes on and
No.
he claims he's got a clip for the latest movie.
From Mac and Me?
Yeah,
Or Mac
he
and I?
claims he's got a clip from the latest movie he's promoting, whatever. But it
Yeah.
ends up just being this clip of Mac and Me,
Yeah.
where the kid in the wheelchair goes rolling down the hill,
Yeah, he falls
and
off the cliff. Yeah.
every fucking time.
Right.
Right. So a couple years ago, I guess it was, Conan O'Brien was doing he has a podcast, and so Paul Rudd came on, and he was telling him about this like little side project. It was like a vanity project that he was doing with this other guy that's I guess fairly well known. I don't remember the name of him or his name, but he was just basically, telling about this little side project and how he's, doing the voice work for it and whatnot. And it's really great. He's like, I got a clip for you here. And, so he shows it, and because it's a podcast, it's just an audio format, obviously, but like they had they actually were recording them, talking to each other.
Yeah.
Video and stuff like that. And so they cut to the clip, and it's that fucking Mac and Me clip. And the funniest thing is, like, as soon as like it starts rolling and like Conan O'Brien's like the recognition hits him as what he's seeing, it's like, oh, for Christ's sake. It's like, this is an audio medium. This joke doesn't work. And it's like, that's why you caught me off guard.
It's really funny.
It's like, yeah, it's like, I was thinking, like, is this going to work? Is it really going to work? I don't know.
It works.
But then he went and tried it anyway. And he's like, and then the best part was Conan's like, so was any of that lead up true? No.
It's funny.
Oh, it was really funny.
What did I just see? That's got 4.8 out of all those reviews. That's pretty good. Are we gonna go there?
We could. I've never been there before. We can try it. So
Let's be
there's
adventurous.
378 and there's Broad Street. So yeah, we just get off Main. Yes. Where did I see it? It's right there.
All right, yeah, we'll go there.
Cool, man.
I'm down.
It's near the high.
The other fish.
Let's take a look at the rest of the list here.
The Other Fish.
Where's that? Oh, that place is also. That place has 4.4 stars.
Rendezvous.
Just spelled like it is.
Spelled phonetically.
Is the Brewworks still open?
Rendezvous.
I had to explain to DJ the other night that Gojira was Godzilla because all of us honkies thought that that's what they were saying, Godzilla, and he thought it was the other way around. He thought they were saying Gojira because they were trying to say Godzilla.
Wow.
Ah, kids. They're adorable.
Is the Brewworks still open?
Yeah, the Brewworks is still open.
Still open?
Yeah. Yep.
I haven't been there in like years and years and years and years.
Do they have sushi at the Brewworks?
No. Unless you get it at the fucking Other Fish and take it over.
Let's just go get sushi and take it to the Brewworks.
I used to do that. I used to stop and
Get the other fish.
I used to get a Subway sandwich, and then I used to go over to McDonald's and eat it there with everybody else for lunchtime sometimes. The employees would look at me as squint-eyed or like give me the stink eye.
Yeah, but who really wants to come say something? You know what I mean? Like,
Nobody.
how bad of a day do you got to be having?
Yeah. And you're getting paid minimum wage to fucking work at lunch, and I'm here in my fucking tie with the other guys, and like, excuse me, sir, you can't have that Subway sandwich here in this establishment.
Son, I own this McDonald's. Get back to work, bitch.
How's your mom?
How's your wife and my kids? That's one of the best lines from Major League that goes like unmentioned, you know.
Yeah.
How's your wife and my kids? I love that.
Oh man.
We were I don't know why that made this memory pop into my head, but we were the guy that runs the shippers, our softball team, Angel. He was in a bad streak, man. Like a couple of bad games in a row. And you think that you should just be mashing all the time because they're throwing a grapefruit-sized ball at you about 12 miles an hour. So you should be just killing it. But you'd be surprised where you can go into little slumps and shit. And he was in the middle of a slump. And he's a real fiery. He's like Latino dude, real fiery dude. You know, gets real mad at himself when he's not doing well. And he popped up to the second baseman in a big spot in the game, and he came walking back to the bench, and I could just see how fucking pissed off he was. And he came and he stood next to me and Landon's totally deadpan looks down at him and he goes, "Does your husband play?" Might have been the greatest softball insult of all time.
So when you guys play softball, do you guys like use like wiffle ball bats and shit like that, or
We use the bats are weird. They're not.
do they have like the bigger ends on the end?
No, they don't have bigger.
Like the,
no,
like
they
the,
don't like that.
like the red wiffle ball bats for like the kids that couldn't hit the ball instead of the skinny yellow ones.
No, the only difference is the whole just underhanded aspect of it. It sounds ridiculous, but I'm telling you, man, it's like because I played hardball my whole life, so you're used to that shit coming in, you know.
Oh yeah,
and then
makes that, and then you hear the hit the mitt get hit.
So
this is just.
You have that's the whole thing. Like back when I was playing hardball, like when they were coming, like you see the ball, you hit the ball, and it's just it's straight reaction. When there's a ball in the air for a half an hour, you got all kinds of time to like you'll be surprised at the amount of shit that goes through your head from the time the ball leaves the pitcher's hand to the time like
it's the old Popeye wind up.
I'm telling you, man. My first couple games, I screwed myself into the ground swinging, like thinking, bro, I'm going to hit every ball I see to like Saturn. And that's not how it started out until like it's definitely, you know, cause you swing level too. In baseball, you're swinging level, you know, in softball, you like, as they told you back in the day, you don't uppercut, you know, you swing level and you hit the ball hard. And your softball is a whole other thing because now you're doing all the things that like uppercutting and all the shit that you were always taught not to do. So it takes a while to get used to it.
Do they start you out with like a little tea stand so you put the ball on it?
Yeah.
So you can,
no, they don't do any of that shit.
Are
the
balls like fluorescent green so you can see them better?
Fluorescent green, yeah. Yeah. I know you're doing. Jed's trying to like put slow pitch softball like one step above the Special
T-ball.
Olympics.
Well, I'm just like remembering my son's T-ball when he was like 5. It was like the same as
they're definitely
slow pitch softball.
And the fluorescent balls, like I don't even know if that's so much for hitting as it is for fielding. Because when we play night games, like bro, I'm 46 years old and I wear glasses. Like when a ball gets above the lights, it's so hard to see. You know, so you judge it and you see it go past the lights and then you can't see it. And then when it's on its way back down in a different spot, then you got to like readjust to it. And so, yeah, but it is a bright fluorescent green. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Do they have somebody run for you?
No, you know, it's funny, man. I don't know what this says about the team, but I run for a lot of people. But I know I'm an old white guy, but I'm an extremely fast old white guy.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh shit. So yeah. So the reason we're here today is because I'm still on this comic book collection, and I'm finally I'm seeing the finish line. So we were getting together, kind of looking through some of the old comic books, and just instead of recording last night, just doing this impromptu thing today.
Yeah.
So we don't really have a schedule. We just kind of...
And I was going down to IKEA, so I figured it'd be easy just to drop the shit off. So you guys driving all the way up to my place. Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you this
really
much.
sucked for you since you're tired today.
That box right there is a building box of figures that I've been getting that I have not even had a second to touch or open.
Oh, man. I had... So this is a 5x5, right? So I have 4x4s. Mm-hmm. I got a 4x4. I had a 4x4 on one side, so it was boxes stacked in the front of it.
Yeah.
And then I had one on the other side of the room, just boxes stacked in the front that I never opened.
Yeah.
And I'm slowly getting through all of them. And I'm at the point now where I'm opening those boxes out. Those are the ones I'm going to keep, like the Figmas, because if I ever want to sell them again.
Yeah.
The Galactus, the Sentinel, and stuff like that. Putting the boxes away and shit. But all the other ones, man, just ripping them apart, cutting them down. I went through, man, the wife was pissed. I had 6 garbage bags full of boxes and plastic and stuff like that. What is this shit? I'm like, it's just all recycling. And she had to take it down to the recycling.
She took it down?
She took it down.
What story
she was mad.
What story of yours doesn't start with, so the wife was pissed?
She shoveled this morning. We had snow up in the mountain there. And she was nice. She cleaned the car off and everything for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't make me fucking coffee, though. I let her know about that.
You let her know or you let her know?
No, I let her know. Yeah.
Jed's slowly turning into Dr. Evil as he gets older.
Yeah, like I was telling you guys earlier, I gave her I can't suffer your insolence anymore. And this said the dirty spoons were stuck together. The fucked up part, though, is that my son's starting to adapt some of that personality. Right?
Oh, great.
So he'll be like, this toast is cold, bitch.
Wow.
No, it's all in fun.
Get your ass on the treadmill, Ma.
Wow.
Once again, we'd like to remind everybody that Jed is not the member of the show that went through a divorce.
I am not. That's correct. See, I know how to keep him in line.
I clearly have to go.
It's the right balance of abuse and gaslighting.
The Blackout and Shout program in no way endorses domestic abuse.
I should have my own podcast. How to treat your wife right.
How to keep that bitch in line. Episode 1.
I wouldn't say that.
Episode 2. How to continue to keep that bitch in line.
So she'll just bust ass out of nowhere, right?
Bust ass like fall over or fart?
No, like fart and stuff like that. And my daughter fucking makes fun of her. She calls her because Mario, and she calls her Bowser butt. She'll go, "Ew, Mom, she got Bowser butt."
It'd be funny if her farts sounded like how when you do her voice. Like I don't know what that would sound like, but whatever the fart equate.
Just like screaming. Excuse me. Excuse me. Jesus. Yeah. No, we got to remodel the bathroom upstairs. So that's done. And last weekend I worked on the fucking backsplash on my fucking kitchen. That sucked, man. We were originally going to take the fucking tiles out and stuff like that and put new ones in. And I was like, that's a lot of fucking work. I'm like, let's just paint it. See how it looks, just fucking paint it. So I primered up and fucking put white paint on it. It actually looked pretty good, surprisingly.
I have something to show you guys quick. I got this in the mail from Marcus Dorrington. It's a check that shit out. Remember the stamps, the Transformer stamps? They sent me some X-Men stamps, which
that's
is cool. Yeah.
Just for you. Just for you or one for all of us?
What's that?
Did you have enough to share, or did you just get enough for you?
I just got that. Yeah, that was the only one.
Thanks, Doors.
That was the only one.
Fuck off.
I knew that was coming.
I see how it fucking is. That's cool, though. I mean, it's kind of like have the comic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nice. I see how it is.
Nice. I see how it is.
Lori was just telling me about how there was an internet celebrity podcaster that their stalker fucking broke in their house and shot him dead.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Was this?
Yeah, there was. I don't know who it was though, but yeah, some stalker of a podcaster was broke into their house and shot him and killed him and stuff like that. I said, "Well,
Thank God nobody listens to this show."
I said, "I'm glad I'm not the internet celebrity of our show. That's for sure." I said, "It'll be fucking Mike's turn, not mine."
Was it Rick Roberts?
I don't know who it was. I'll have to look it up. She's been saying some really weird shit lately too. What was the other one she said? It's about some lady who fucking chopped up and ate her own hamster and posted on fucking Facebook.
Huh?
Yeah. Some fucking weird shit.
Fucking A.
I'll have to fucking send it to you.
Oh, I'm good.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
No, you're.
I got the gist. I got the gist of the story.
What was that chick's name? The I Dream a Genie chick.
Barbara Eden.
Yeah, they said that she was just a rare sighting of her. Mm-hmm. She's like 91. She looks really good.
Yeah, she looks real good for 91.
What was it? Oh!
I'd hit that.
Gene Hackman was seen. Did you guys see that one?
No.
Yeah, he's like very like.
He's still alive?
Yeah, he was like real recluse. He doesn't even fucking look like him. But he's like in his 90s too.
Yeah.
She sent me an article too about how all these chefs are done apologizing for using MSG because everyone's trying to give people shit for using MSG.
MSG's awesome.
Yeah, I know. MSG's the shit. They're like, it's in your Chick-fil-A. Oh no.
Well, that's another thing to freaking get upset with Chick-fil-A about. Yeah, no, I put MSG. I put a fuck ton of MSG in my fried rice.
Yeah, MSG is not bad for you. That was one of those
people claim to get headaches from it and stuff.
Yeah, that was one of those what do they call those fucking things?
Bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit. It was a not slander.
Libel.
No, JJJ.
In print, it's libel.
It's a smear campaign.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a smear campaign against Chinese restaurants and shit like that back when they were doing like really well. Mm-hmm. When the whole stir fry thing started in the late 70s, early 80s, and then like, oh, they use MSG, that's bad for you. You know, Mexican food uses MSG, that's bad. It was just fucking racist thing. So the people they just eat Italian.
What does MSG stand for again?
Monosodium glutamate.
Here, Levy, I'll send you. I'll put in the.
Yeah, I don't make fried rice without MSG in it. This is so good.
There's a picture you can put up there, Mike, if you want. I put in the Blackout and Shout thing, a picture of the lady that ate her hamster. It doesn't show the hamster eating. I'm not that fucking. I wouldn't even look at that. I just want to show you a picture of the. No, it's in Facebook.
Oh.
I just show you the picture of the fucking lady that did it.
She looks exactly like I thought she would look. Like, Jesus. Good Lord. Look at that. How could you, man? I hate people. This is why I have a hard time getting bummed out when people die in movies. But when Will Smith's dog dies in I Am Legend, I was fucking heartbroken like it was a real dog for like a week after I saw it.
The one dude from The Sopranos was at a Federico. I never watched The Sopranos. I don't know who it is, but he was in a restaurant and at DiMaggio's in Tamaqua, Copley, or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Let's see what else. Some shit she's been sending me.
April sent me something. Oh,
this guy robbed the bank in Utah. Mm-hmm. Very politely, he went to the bank. He's like, "Hi, this is a robbery." He's, "May I have $1, please?" He's like, "Can you call the police?" And he sat there and just waited for the police to come and take him so he could go to a federal prison.
What?
They said.
What was the story behind that?
Some people were commenting, said they've seen like in cities, they've seen a lot of people do that because they're homeless. They want food and a place to stay and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Makes sense. I just
3
thought
hots in a cot.
I just thought of the first episode of Prison Break when fucking what's his name walked in the bank, just fucking shot the gun up in the air and the police came and got him.
Yeah.
So he could break his brother out. The robot cocktail bartender. Oh, here it is. Hold on, Levy. Hold on. What did April send you?
She sent me something about a 214-year-old clam born the same year as Abraham Lincoln was found in Florida.
Wow.
Abraham Lincoln.
I shouldn't have laughed at that. Back to the chode jokes, Levy. Yeah, by the way, before we forget, as we speak, TFCon is going on.
Oh, yeah. I saw a post from Casey Kohler that his flight got delayed or whatever. He's heading out there.
So they since we're not doing toy news, they did show the tape finally. Was it Eject or Rewind? Which one's the black and white one?
It doesn't matter.
Rewind, I think.
Whatever. Whoever.
Yeah.
It's both the fucking same. Just different colors.
But I'm not going to go crazy trying to get that one. I didn't even hit anybody up. I'll just wait for the...
Did you see Nate's comment? His reply?
To what?
To Josh and Kyle. They're like, oh, we're not going to get it. Yeah, I'm just going to wait for the regular one. And Nate's like, fuck that. He's like, I'll suck a dick. Give me that shit.
Good old Nate.
Give me that exclusive.
Nate always makes me laugh because he wants his stuff. If he knows there's available shit, he wants it like yesterday. To the point where if he buys something and it say like $130, he's looking for a $20 item so he can get that, so he can hit that shit button, you know?
All right, here we go. Woke moviegoers say Cocaine Bear is not for kids, encourages drugs. Woke moviegoers saw the new Cocaine Bear and they think it's way out of line. Cocaine Bear has been getting rave reviews, ranking in 8.65 million on its opening night, according to IMDb's box office mojo. But not everyone is so fond of the movie. Some woke viewers complain the new film is encouraging drug use and not suitable for kids. The movie, which is rated R, for bloody violence and gore, drug content and language throughout, is loosely based on a true story.
Very loosely based on a true story.
Oh, I didn't know it was that old. I didn't know it was a 1985 story.
Yeah.
Cocaine Bear shows the black bear surviving and becoming an addict willing to kill anyone who gets in their way. It follows an ensemble of locals, tourists, criminals, and police officers come together to try to survive the bear's
sweet nose candy.
Drug-fueled frenzy. One controversial scene in the movie shows 12-year-olds doing cocaine. Which director Elizabeth Banks was previously defended. It was definitely controversial, Banks told Variety. There were conversations about, should we age up these characters? Like, we all kind of held hands and were like, guys, they got to be 12.
I'm not sacrificing my vision. My artistic vision.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
That's great.
I would give 0 stars if I could.
The United States is weird about that shit. Like we're behind the rest of the planet, or a lot of the rest of the planet, on what they show or what they don't, you know. And I don't know.
This is why I don't think we're gonna make it. One comment says, "I never want to watch a film like this again. What a complete waste of time and very degrading to bears."
Very That's got to be a joke.
How dare it have been passed and made? Bears are beautiful animals and deserve to be respected.
Yeah, but I've seen nice human beings that got hooked on the cocaine and went all to shit. Why can't it happen to a bear?
I give
a
it
respectable bear.
I'd give it 1 star just because to have to. Oh, I give 1 star just because I have to, and it's got a bear in it.
Charter member of PETA right there.
It's people trolling. Nah, it's people trolling. It's people like just.
It is funny though, because a lot of people do think that it's like a comedy.
Yeah,
and it's not. It's like a horror film with funny elements in it.
Right.
So it's a lot of gory shit in it and stuff like that. So
gory's funny.
It is funny actually. What was I forgot his name now. Holy shit. Guy who did Lord of the Rings.
Peter Jackson?
Peter Jackson's original film, Dead Alive.
Yeah. Or it had a different name too.
With the monkey rat. That one?
The Sumatran rat monkey.
Yes. Yeah. Like the one, there's a lot of parts, but the one part where he's there with the lawnmower, just fucking mowing everybody down.
I kick ass for the Lord.
That was a very gory movie.
I made
it
a
was very
D&D
funny,
character
though.
based on that guy once.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He was an Australian cleric. Even though the guy was the original character was New Zealand, but yeah, he was an Australian. He was a cleric with an Australian accent.
Difference, yeah.
And my first fight, we were fighting a manicore, and I had him step forward, and he cast Thunderwave and says, "I kick ass for the Lord," or I kick ass for the Morning Lord, or some shit like that. It was just funny.
Evil Dead 2. That was very gory and funny at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
I mean, the Nightmare on Elm Street sequels.
I don't think they were meant to be funny, though.
No, there were scenes where they were meant to be funny.
Like
a lot of
when they got to what 3 was Dream Warriors.
Yeah,
is that it?
Yeah. But then I think like the later sequels just got campy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
You know, there was a rat monkey Easter egg in King Kong.
I do remember that. It was in one of the crates on the ship, right?
Yep.
What's his name?
In the
Brody
cargo
was
hold.
near.
Yeah.
I do
It
remember
says
that.
Sumatran rat monkey on the side.
Yep. Did know that. Oh, did you guys hear that John Barenthal? Is that his name?
John Bernthal. Yeah.
Barenthal. He's it's confirmed he's back to be as the Punisher.
Punisher, yeah,
In the
that's good,
Daredevil
man.
He was
Yeah.
the show coming.
But that also comes with some sad news that Deborah Ann Wall and Eldon Henson will not be returning to reprise their characters of Karen Page and Foggy Nelson.
And I didn't really like them.
What?
No, I
What are
didn't.
you talking about?
I never.
Foggy Nelson was like the best part of that show.
I didn't. Not the characters. I didn't like their acting, especially hers. I didn't like her acting at all. A lot of the times, a lot of those extra episodes that they were like fillers were just focused on her, and I hate that shit. They just fucking fill it. I'd rather have 9
she was
episodes
great
of
in that
all
show.
Daredevil and that's it, and fucking not any fucking.
She was great in that show, Jed. I don't care what you say.
You just like her because you think she's hot.
She's all right. I don't think she's like anything great, but no, I thought she was great.
I
in that show.
I didn't like her. I didn't like her acting that much.
You don't like anything, Jed.
They should have fridged her like they were supposed to.
But Foggy was like
he
the
just
best
say,
part
I
of
don't
that
like
show.
anything?
Yeah, you don't like anything, Jed.
Yeah.
Foggy.
He likes
Foggy's
you,
the best part of
Levy.
that show.
I like you, Levy. That's
No,
why I
you
gave you
don't.
that Devastator.
Yeah, that's why he gave it to me.
I'm not like some friends who'd be charging you for comics that you didn't want to buy anyway.
I gotta pay for all these fucking bags and boards.
I spent thousands, I tell you. Yeah, man, fucking archival is a fucking investment. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You could just not care too, and just throw them in boxes and fucking say what the fuck.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that though.
I have this big fucking veiny cock just staring me in the face. Can you turn that tissue box, maybe? That's better.
Listen, I can't.
That's the only place I go where I have fucking that problem.
She does what she does, you know.
Yep. Doesn't mean I have to have it staring at me the whole
Right.
time. So, what were we talking about? Oh, Daredevil. Yeah.
The Last of Us. Mm-hmm. Guess what? I started watching the series, guys.
Yeah,
Amazing.
It's a short one.
series,
You're
yeah.
lucky too.
I'm at. I think was that episode 6 that I finished, the one where
Yeah.
he. So that's what we can talk about.
he got
up to.
at the end. He got stabbed.
Let's talk about the fucking naked hairy berry fucking hair chest on chest fucking gay love in bed episode. Did you like that, or did you like
my
how I
friend
look over on the side
called
when
it-
that was happening?
My
We were
friend
crawling
called that
in bed.
episode "The Last of Us Gay," but there's some context to that. Because one of our other coworkers, I got him to start watching the show when it first started, because he's not really, he doesn't have his finger on the pulse of like modern pop culture or anything like that. He's not like that kind of person, not like us. He's an older dude, and I just told him about the show, and so he started watching it and everything like that.
Did you warn him ahead of time about episode 3?
I did let him know ahead of time of episode 3.
Yeah. That's what Sean
because
about
he's
I'm sure that went over well.
yes, he's not a fan of that kind of content.
Well, I'm okay with people being gay. I just don't want to watch 2 men rolling around in a bed with bare chest, hairy.
So I feel like they made him hairy beard guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, let me just finish my thought here. Yeah, so he like everyone like really like this third episode was like has been lauded as like just a fantastic episode, great story. Everyone like critics have loved it. Lots of people have loved it, but
it's
then
polarizing because it's either you hate it or you love it. There's no middle gray.
Exactly. So he didn't care for it, and he said he didn't think it was a very good episode. He didn't think there was particularly good performances and everything like that. And I said, well, that's because you can't get past the gay relationship. That's all you're seeing. You don't agree with that kind of that kind of lifestyle, so you can't see beyond it. So you can't really relate to the characters, and so you can't really see their performance as anything special. Whereas somebody who either can get past it or embraces it and whatnot can see beyond that and can appreciate the performances for what they are.
Right.
So yeah, no wonder you don't think the episode's all that great. But yeah, so me and my other friend had just given him all sorts of shit about that episode like all the time and everything like that. So that's why my friend started calling it Last of Us Gay, because like when he talks, it's like, so which episode did you like the most? Was it The Last of Us Gay? Or was it this latest episode?
See, I bet you that dude wouldn't have a problem if it was two fucking big chested women.
Actually, he said he would. He said he doesn't like that either.
He's full of shit.
He's full of shit.
No, he's not. He's
old. I'm old school.
Well, he's
missionary. That's it. Give me my coffee.
Only to make babies.
Sandwich. Yeah.
So he's
and that's deviant behavior.
He's a practicing Muslim, and so he doesn't. He said he doesn't agree with that kind of lifestyle at all.
Well,
so
to each their own, I guess.
Yeah, whatnot. So
I understand it's a post-apocalyptic thing or whatever, and I know that everybody's not going to be showered and pretty and all that shit all the time. So I didn't expect to see like two runway like gay-looking dudes or whatever. But I feel like they made them hairy beard dudes on purpose to really. Like, if this episode is going to piss you off, this episode is going to extremely piss you off, because it's like too fucking, because when they first showed up, the hairy beard guy out there, like the outdoors fishing guys, like, yeah, man, we're represented in the
flannel,
fucking
the survivalists.
And then they make out. And like, I had to laugh while it was going on, and I wasn't laughing at the content, but I was just laughing at all the rage I could feel around the world. watching the episode. Like,
oh yeah.
Like,
I'm not gonna lie though, Ron Swanson coming out of the bathroom with just a towel, the guy's in shape.
No thanks.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying
was
that
happening.
I'm not saying I'm interested. I'm just saying
happened. I saw it coming, and then I was like, and it
I'm
kept
just saying
going with it.
That Nick Offerman, the guy's in shape, man.
I can't.
That's what he took from that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the man's in shape. That's all I'm saying. I would not be ashamed of that body if it were mine.
No, thank you.
Well, gay or not, I'm getting soft, man, because that episode broke my heart, man. That was sad. That was a sad episode, man.
That's
getting soft.
I'm getting soft in my old age, man.
As opposed to being rock hard during you watching it.
Like
in the beginning, like yeah,
like 2 times.
Show me more of that bare chest, rubbing bare chest scene. Just a.
You can hear it. It was like Velcro. Like they should have did. What do they call that? The folio, where they make the sound effects or whatever. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
It was just totally sounded like Velcro, fucking sliding against each other.
Just sweaty hair.
The next thing you know, it turns into like Berserk, and you can see like the penis from the inside. To the point where you're like, wait, what is this show about? This is a zombie show?
It's The Last of Us.
But well,
The Last of Us Gay.
Yeah. So are we? Once we're past all the gay beard guys, like,
what? I thought of a funny art thing to do, and then I got lazy and I didn't do it. What was that show that you used to watch all the time with the dude from Heroes?
Well, This Is Us.
This Is Us. I was gonna do This Is the Last of Us.
The mashup I never knew I wanted.
And like mash the two of those together, you know. But I didn't.
Yeah.
And I got lazy. But I thought it was funny.
That is amusing. How would a mashup like that even work?
It's a lot of fire, I guess. Let's just put the people out of doubt. Anyway, so what's the last one you watched?
The last one was when
Joel got
when he got stabbed and then
fell off the horse.
This Is the Way.
So my couple of like overarching observations of what I've seen so far is that
Ellie has to take him to the mines of Mandalore so he can bathe in the waters.
Yeah.
Be reborn, and then
it's the zombie apocalypse Mandalorian because the Mando's got this kid
And
with
he'll
these
be healed,
special powers.
and then they can get to the
It's
hospital.
Lone Wolf and Cub.
Yeah.
It is Lone Wolf and Cub. That's all those episodes. All those, even Mandalore or Mandalorian and everything.
Oh yeah,
always.
Yeah. Space Lone Wolf and Cub.
Absolutely.
Lone Wolf and Space Cub.
Why not? I mean, they sold all the other shit from Japan, so why not that
Well,
too?
hey, I mean, it works.
Oh, I watched not to change the subject, but I watched the other night again just because I missed it. Was have you watched that Star Wars anime series yet?
Not yet.
Visions?
The TIE Fighter one?
No, the whole
Wars
series.
Oh.
What's it called? Visions. Yeah, the Visions.
No. Is it
First
good?
episode is so good, man. We were talking about Sam Keith stuff before.
I'm putting it.
Just
putting it in my notes
that
right now.
episode, I just love watching that episode because it's like old school Japanese like art style, and the story is fucking fantastic.
What's it called?
Star Wars Visions. If you want, I can always upload to Jetflix. I got all of them still. So good.
What did you think of the first episode of Last of Us, Mike?
So I'll say
We'll start there.
I'll say this. The last thing I wanted to do was watch another fucking zombie apocalypse series.
Yeah.
Well, you're in luck because there's like practically no zombies in the show.
Yeah, but I mean,
Technically, they're not zombies.
right.
No, but you know what I mean. Like they've been barely featured at all.
Which a lot of people have been pissed off about
I'm a little
because they want to see the game.
well.
And it's not a game; it's a show.
Well, that's part of my observation is that I've never played the game, so I had zero idea of
you've
what
only
I was
parsed that
going to
year.
expect or what I was supposed to expect. Two, like I said, I didn't really feel I needed to see another fucking zombie apocalypse movie or show or anything. But what I did like about it was that it's like, how many different ways can you do zombies? And they're starting to overlap, this virus created in a lab and this and that and the other thing. This is
Sumatran
totally one of the most unique ways to introduce the zombie that I could have.
That's what they. You
that I
gotta bring the
could have
rat
seen.
monkey back.
What's that?
It said Sumatran rat monkey.
Yeah, get rid of the Smash and Rat Monkey back. That's this ground zero for everything.
Yeah.
The zombie apocalypse.
But the fungus, the whole thing rooted in science is pretty fucking creative.
Well, I remember Levy talking about that way back when you were talking about the video game we were recording over there still about fucking cordyceps, and I was like, what? I'm like, that's fucked up.
It's tripped out. Yeah. And and it's wild. Like the whole,
That first opening clip from that 1968 talk show.
Yeah.
and they're all smoking
Yeah,
on the show.
that was invented for the show. That didn't have any that was not featured in the game at all. But
Yeah.
it actually did provide some insight as to how it could have jumped to humans because that was never explained in the game. It was how it made the jump to
global warming
humans.
makes sense.
Yeah, but they said
when it
it
scares
doesn't
the shit
survive
out of
in hot temperatures like the human body. But if the world were to get warmer, they would have to adapt to survive in warmer temperatures, which now means they could infect organisms with higher body temperatures.
and that part's legit true. Like that could happen.
It's happening now.
Yeah.
It's happening now in real life. Not with cordyceps, but there are fungal infections now that are infecting people that didn't before because they've adapted to live in warmer temperatures. So
In the game, there's a lot of your exposition comes from finding recordings or finding paperwork, and you can't do that. Just like you can't show fucking Joel grabbing a scissors and duct tape and making shit out of it either, like you would in a game.
well, I mean, you could, but I mean, it's not.
But it's
It's not that's not the focal point of the story they're trying to tell.
Yeah.
Though, I mean, I would have liked to have seen more infected.
I think they're rushing a lot of things. I felt like
I don't feel like they're being rushed because I feel like the pacing's been really good. They are skipping things, but I think what they're doing is they're skipping a lot of like stuff that was better served through gameplay as opposed to a passive medium like a television show. So, do you want us to wait?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So, what was I saying now?
The pacing of the game.
Yeah.
You're telling me about it, but I don't know about the game. So,
well, yeah, they're skipping a lot of things that, like I said, I think are better served in a more interactive medium, like a video game, as opposed to a passive medium like television. Like the whole scene with the whole Bill story was very different in the game.
Yeah.
It was actually also much more tragic.
Which one's Bill?
Bill was the survivalist.
Okay.
Bill and Frank. So you never actually see Frank in the game. He had already left Bill. And they didn't really come right out and say that Bill and Frank were in a relationship until like they, except by heavy implication, like towards the end of that chapter. He just kept calling him his partner. Mm-hmm. He kept calling Frank his partner, and he just said he just took off one day, and whatnot. And so when they actually, Bill was still alive when they got there. He was just basically this reclusive survivalist who basically just barricaded this town and trapped, laid all his traps down and everything like that. And like he was somebody that smuggled stuff, for Joel and or helped him and Tess out and stuff with things, so they had like a working relationship. So when him and Ellie get there, they need a truck or a vehicle of some sort so that they can, go find Tommy. And he tells Bill, like, you owe me. And so that's how he gets him to help him. So they have to go find a car battery, which is like, in a Fedra truck that crashed into a school, and the path between them and the school was like filled with infected. The school was filled with infected. So you have to fight your way through and shit like that. And eventually, they get there and they find the battery's gone, so then they have to escape and they have to fight through more hordes of infected. They finally, take shelter inside a house where they find Frank's dead body because he hung himself because he got bit. And he left a note for Bill saying, you just refuse to change. You, we're just going to be, this insufferable asshole. And so I hate you. And that's why I left and everything. And he said, I hate you and this, that, and everything. And, and basically his last words to Bill were fuck you, So, and then like he's the one, Frank is the one that ended up taking the car battery and shit, so they managed to find a truck. Everything right?
No. Nope.
Oh.
Lori was looking for paint so she could paint something. So she was like pushing stuff and she spilled a whole fucking can of paint like all over my toolbox, all over the fucking floor, and all over the basement. So I'm not happy right now. And then she yelled at me saying that it was my fault. Because I'm there.
You know what? When you go down to IKEA, just stay there. Like you got living rooms and
just
kitchens.
Just hide while they shut the fucking lights off. God damn it.
You could be like the guy in Hellraiser that was like living in the walls of that mansion, like, and then you could just come out at night when everybody goes home and live the nocturnal lifestyle.
I'll just be like Harry Potter. Fucking live under the stairs.
But yeah, so what were we talking about then?
I don't know. I wasn't here.
Gay beard guys.
What's that?
The gay beard guys.
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring it up again.
I was just telling like the differences of the Bill and Frank story between the game and the show.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Said it was a bit more tragic in the or not necessarily tragic, but just
it's completely different characters too.
Yeah.
I didn't want to bring it up while he was on the phone because I wanted him to be here for it. But the scene when the truck fucking sunk into the ground after it blew up and all them motherfuckers came out.
Oh yeah.
And then I guess this kind of ties into the point of like, I've never played the game, so I didn't know what I was going to see across the course of the series. But I like that. First of all, they're fast zombies because I think you can only do so much with them slow walking zombies. But two, the big like monster thing,
The bloater.
that came out
Yeah.
with the rest of them, I thought was cool because, monotony, man, a bunch of human zombies and shit is kind of like, who did where did I see a zombie tiger? What movie was that? That was in the Army of the Dead, right? With Drax the Destroyer, right? Is that where I saw the zombie tiger?
Yes.
Like I just like a little bit of a
Yep.
a little bit of variety as opposed to just like all these human zombies running around. But I just thought that was cool, man.
Yeah. Well, the clickers are interesting.
Yeah.
So like, basically, the different kinds of zombies or different infected you see in the show are just a result of how long they've been around.
Yeah.
So like a freshly infected person is just they're called a runner. And then you have stalkers, which have much more advanced fungal growth.
Oh, I hate those fucking things in the game.
And but then if an infected that's been around for like 1 or 2 years, the fungus like completely invades the brain and skull, and it actually breaks the skull open.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah, right.
the fungal plates come out and grow over the face, blinding them. Right, but it now acts as like a funnel to funnel sound directly into the audio processing centers of the brain, and that's why they have such great echolocation.
Yeah.
And
it's a hive mind. They're like a hive mind thing. No,
the mycelial network was introduced for the show.
Okay.
In the game,
Yeah, but I don't care about the game. I'm talking about in the show.
No, I know. No, but I'm saying like that was invented for the show. Though in real life, that is a real thing.
Yeah.
The mycelial network. Yeah. Like they say that fungus are like some of the biggest organisms on the planet. Because what you see, like the mushrooms that you see, those are just the fruiting bodies. The main body of the fungus is actually underground. It stretches for miles and miles and miles.
Right.
That was from that movie Phantoms. I feel like you the bomb in Phantoms, yo.
Phantoms.
Remember that horror movie?
I don't remember.
That was a good movie. I like that movie.
I remember Phantasm.
Ben Affleck was local sheriff, and people were disappearing.
What era? Like 2000s? When?
Late 90s.
Oh, late 90s. Okay.
Maybe early 2000s, maybe late 90s. But they were talking about how the whole what's the word for it they used? Not a creature, the whole like thing was under the ground. You only saw like parts of it sticking out and stuff like that. It's the same thing.
In the game, the fungus would actually produce spores, airborne spores. And so, like say an infected person would die in an area, the fungus would continue growing from them and spread out along the walls and the floor and stuff like that. And it would start producing spores that would hang out in the air. And so there were areas
that could infect
you if you breathe them in.
Right. So it's not all about just getting bit.
Right.
And this is game or series?
In the game. So they would have to put on gas masks in order to traverse through those areas.
Yeah.
Now the reason why they didn't include that in the game, they claim that the excuse that they said was that they didn't find it to be very realistic because they said that the spores would just spread out and get out into the open air, and it's like no. The real reason that I heard was that they didn't want to cover up the actors' faces with gas masks. So, especially, and I also heard a rumor that Pedro Pascal had a problem with that because he's already in a show where his face is covered.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know how true that is, but yeah. So that was a big contributor, and I'm sure like maybe their reasoning was a contributing factor to it also, but a bit from what I understand, the big contributing factor is they didn't want to cover up the actors' faces when they had to traverse through an area with spores.
Got it.
Which I mean, in all honesty, it's. In the game, you didn't have to wear the gas mask all the time, just in areas where the spores were and whatnot. So, but yeah, so they got rid of that for the show, which I think is kind of strange because I mean, all fungus, as far as I know, reproduce through spores. So, but in the first episode, what did you think? Of the basically like the opening half hour, and Sarah's death and all that.
Grandma creeped me the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like when you could tell there was something wrong with her and shit. Like
She was looking at the movies on the show. She's like,
man.
She's like out of focus and shit too.
Yeah. Well, that's always like I love when she's it kind of reminded me of in It. when
with the old lady,
the chubby guy, what was his name again? The chubby kid.
Ben.
When he was in the library.
Yeah.
And they had her off focus, but you knew
she was staring at him.
But it was out of focus, and that just makes it all the more creepier.
Yeah. Or in part 2, when Bev went to visit her old house, and the old lady there, it was
the old lady gave me the fucking chills, man.
When she went like all
past
naked
the
and
doorway
shit.
and shit.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, that's the same feeling I got when I was like, because you just knew.
I never watched the second part of it.
No,
I just watched the first part. To go back and watch that.
It was okay.
Yeah.
I
think that's why I didn't watch it, because I heard like a lot of meh.
You already know the story, so
yeah.
But yeah, it was okay.
Cool. Shit.
So are we still talking about The Last of Us then, or are we moving on?
I don't know. Who fuck cares?
Yeah, who cares? Who cares, Levy?
Last of Us. The only thing I didn't like about it, with the whole speedy thingy, uppy thingy, was my favorite part of the game was when they were going through the, I don't know, what's that called? An aqueduct? Or, the whole...
Oh, with Henry and Sam in the tunnels?
No, this was way after. Before they get to...
Salt Lake?
Man, I'm trying to remember in the game where they pop out. It starts out where they have to go through the dam, that area.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it's like, then they have to go in it, and then they pop out of the town, in a town. And isn't that where he does the sniping from the window as they're coming at you?
No, that's with Sam and Henry.
Is that Sam and Henry?
Yeah, because that's where Sam gets bit.
Well, what's the one where they pop out of that town? Where are they there? I thought it was like near winter, or after. It was after the winter, actually. So I'm trying to remember the game. Maybe it was before winter.
It had to be before winter, because winter is where Joel was hurt.
Right. Exactly.
So,
where town do they pop out in? I'm trying to remember where it is, but they do pop out in a town.
Yeah.
Anyway, that whole part where they're underneath in the whole dam thing, and they run into, isn't that the part where they found like the little kids like playground thing? That's
Sam and Henry.
Yeah, but that was in the show. Didn't they find that in the dam part?
Yeah, that was with Sam and Henry
in the game.
Yeah.
Man,
Sam and Henry is the brothers, right?
Yeah. What did they find? Then
they found a whole place. With Sam and Henry, when they were they went underground, they found that whole settlement down there that was abandoned. Well, not abandoned because everyone was dead and whatever. That was with Sam and Henry, where they.
What part of the game was it? Maybe I'm confusing things. Yeah. What part of the game was it when they were at the very end of being underground or whatever? If it was there or the dam, that they were all being chased by crazy amounts of like infected, and they got through the door and they pushed it closed, and they're like, "We made it."
That was Sam and Henry.
Was that Sam and Henry?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And they came up into the town, and then that's when the hunters showed up. Because first they had to Joel had to take out the guy who was sniping from the house,
and that's the whole
sniping thing. And then
okay, all right.
The hunters showed up. Our Joel, you had to kill all them, but then infected showed up.
Well, what happens in the dam? Because I know they had to go through the inside of the dam.
The dam's where he met Tommy, and so they had a long conversation there. He's telling him about Ellie and whatnot.
They met up in the dam.
Well, outside of the dam.
What? No, I'm saying what happened in the dam when they were inside, underground in the dam, or in the inner workings of the dam.
Well, that comes later. They were talking and whatever, but then people show. At what point is? Because I haven't played that part in a long time.
Yeah,
but Ellie ran off. Joel and Tommy go after her. That's where when they find her, like she's in a house and she's in somebody's room and she's reading their diary and stuff like that. And that's where her and Joel have that conversation where he tells her that I'm leaving you with Tommy.
Yeah, and
they have that big argument.
Right.
Then that's when more hunters show up, and then I think they end up going back to the dam and fight them off there.
Oh, okay.
I think I haven't played that sequence in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
But that's about the gist of it.
Did they change the release date too of the game for the PC?
For PC, yeah, it was supposed to come out March 3rd. It's now coming out on the 28th.
Yeah. Because I went to look for it and I was like,
I've been wanting to play. I've been wanting to just play the game over again, but I want to wait until the PC version comes out.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I don't want to just play it again and then just play the PC version again.
Is it ray traced right away?
No. There's no ray tracing for it.
Are they doing the DLSS or whatever?
I would imagine they're going to be doing DLSS and FSA support. So I can't see them not doing that.
That's what I'm most interested in, getting like the updated graphics.
Yeah. So for me, it's the ultra widescreen support.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, ultra widescreen support, unlocked frame rate.
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you about.
Yes.
What do you think about the opening credits music, the guitar?
It was very Game of Thronesy. I thought the whole thing, the music and the way that they did showing the map.
Oh right,
and all that
the
shit.
Things growing. Yeah,
yeah.
But I meant, what do you think the actual guitar playing the music?
Oh, I thought it was cool. Yeah, like it had like that classical kind of thing going on a little bit,
like flamingo.
Yeah,
Flamenco.
like yeah.
I don't think it's really flamenco, but
Al Di Meglio.
the composer is Gustavo Santaolalla.
That's Italian, right? Or Spanish?
Maybe. Either or. I'm not sure. I think it is Spanish. I think it is Spanish because I do follow him on Facebook, and I think he has made some posts in Spanish. I think maybe it's Portuguese. I don't know.
I saw a live
But yeah,
performance.
the Game of Thrones thing was the first thing that popped into my head when I watched it.
Me too. The things.
Yeah, the way that the opening credits are animated.
It's an HBO thing, I guess, right?
Yeah, but what'd you think of that scene with the clickers in episode 2?
Refresh my memory.
This is the one with the ones that were blind.
The clickers.
They couldn't.
Oh yeah. Wait, the dude was that the? I might be confusing my actors. Was that one dude in The Punisher? Was that the Punisher's buddy?
No,
the black guy, the one.
The black guy.
Am I?
You know, the black guy.
He was the dude that was in The Punisher, like the Punisher's main buddy that was helping him. He was the guy that was in the
microchip.
He was in the. Was he in the
what
army?
Punisher are we talking about here? The series or the movie?
The series.
Okay.
His buddy that was. I think he had a fake leg or some shit, didn't he? You don't remember that guy? He was in the first season. He might have been in the second season of The Punisher too, but he was definitely in the first season. He was.
Who were we talking about in Last of Us?
I thought that dude was. I thought the guy from The Punisher was in. This is the episode you were talking about. Like he was hiding behind the fucking column or whatever, and the clickers were chasing him. And he had I didn't realize that they couldn't see him at first. That was like, but he had the fucking gun with the light on the end of it and shit like that. And he was hiding, trying to get his fucking bullets together. And the fucking clickers were like creeping, and he was trying not to make any noise.
That's Pedro Pascal.
No. Different character I'm talking about. Maybe I watched a lot of shit, believe it or not. I was out here bagging and bored, and I was watching all kinds of shit, and it all kind of blended together.
Was Baby Yoda in it?
Was Baby Yoda. Clickers chasing Baby Yoda with like the two bearded gay guys or whatever, and Baby Yoda.
No, the scene in Last of Us 2 is in the second episode where they had to go through that museum because they were trying to go through Boston.
Oh, the museum.
Yeah,
that was a good scene.
Yeah.
Right now, Jed's like, he don't remember what the fuck you're talking about.
There's a scene where they turn the flashlight on the clicker, and you just saw his face, and he's like, ah.
Yeah. He was the one that was on the promotional poster.
Yeah.
Right, that one. Yeah.
That's the episode.
Okay.
That part.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. Fucking.
I'm
still confused about what black dude you're talking about. Because really, the only black guy that I can remember
is
sort of
black.
Brothers.
He was sort of black, Levy.
He was. I must have watched something else, man. I did actually watch a bunch of shit. Maybe he was in something else.
I think Mike's making amalgamations of everything that he watched. Yeah. Were they fighting Titans?
That's a fucking series, bro.
Just mishmash all the fucking shit together.
The Last of the Titans. Remember the Last of the Titans.
Was that a football?
Remember the Titans.
Oh, Remember the Titans.
Yeah, it was a movie with Denzel Washington.
What was the movie where the basketball team died in a plane crash?
We Are Marshall.
Is that it?
I think Marshall.
So. No, I don't think that was I think that was a football team.
Was that a football team?
Yeah.
Oh, what was the one with the basketball team then?
I thought it was a basketball team.
It might have been a basketball team.
I'm sure there were. Do you see did you watch Yellow Jackets?
Vanessa did. I didn't really pay enough attention.
You didn't watch it? The second season's coming out. Elijah Wood's going to be in it.
Oh yeah. From what I like, the couple of episodes I watched, it was cool, but it was tough to like. I don't know. I just wasn't watching a bunch of shit. I was doing a bunch of shit at the time, and I just didn't get as invested in it as she did.
I really liked the new Ninja Turtles trailer. That was really good.
I thought that was pretty good.
The Spider-Verse has changed everything now.
Yeah.
Puss in Boots and now this. It's,
Yep.
The artistic freedom is like really out there now. It's really good.
Yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing what they're able to do.
I like the fact, too, that they actually have teenage kids doing the voices of the Turtles.
Yeah.
The one kid didn't even hit puberty yet.
Yeah.
He's playing Donatello, and he's like fucking screaming.
Yeah, people are like, complaining about that.
I don't know why they're complaining about that. I think that's perfect.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
So because not every kid hits puberty at the same time.
Right.
You know?
Here's the thing we
His
got
glasses
to
on and shit.
remember. When we say people are complaining about it, how many people do you really think are complaining about it?
I just saw like all sorts of,
Like I saw an article somewhere about how The Last of Us was racist or somehow or whatever because what happened to the black characters or what happened to the gay characters or whatever. Or it wasn't racist. It was just like that it was that the characters that weren't white or the characters that weren't straight were had the worst fates of everybody on the show or whatever. But then when you really like come down to it, it was one knucklehead writing one article. You know what I mean? And it doesn't mean that that's what everybody's thinking.
It's just a lot of rah.
Yeah, it's a lot of horseshit.
Yeah, well, no, it comes from that, but then a lot of people read it and latch onto it, and a
lot of things I've been seeing that lately with like a lot of movie reviews. Like a couple of people will say it's shit, and then people won't even have seen it, and they'll be like, "Yeah, it's dog shit."
Yeah,
it's and then like there's the honest reviewers that are out there like, "Well, if you go in with an open mind and don't have high expectations of certain things, you'll enjoy it. It's not perfect, but it's not a fucking flaming pile of fucking trash."
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they were just talking about the Adam Driver movie. Said 65.
Yeah.
Said everyone's fucking blasting the shit out of it, saying it's terrible, like 20% on fucking Rotten Tomatoes or whatever.
20.
That's fucking bad. Or the one dude goes, they were talking to the two podcast guys from the what's it called? The Daily Planet, not the Daily Planet, the Daily, whatever it is. They were talking about how they're saying the Aquaman 2 is the worst DC movie ever.
Ever.
And then he goes,
somebody didn't see Wonder Woman.
They're like, that's a bold statement. He's like, let me pull up all these other movies. He's like, are you sure? Because you just watch some of Green Lantern again. He's like, we're going to watch this or that,
Yeah, right.
He's like, are you sure it's the worst? That's a thing,
Yeah,
Ryan Reynolds
speaking hyperbole anymore.
Ryan Reynolds killed other Ryan Reynolds over Green Lantern.
Green Lantern, yeah. Yeah, no, everybody, there's no nuance, there's no in between anymore. It's either the best or the worst. Like, and whenever anybody talks about anything anymore, it's the best this, it's the worst that.
Yeah.
There's nothing in between.
No 6s or 7s.
Right.
Yeah. And you know what? I mean, in all honesty, a 7 or an 8, it's still decent.
It's still pretty good.
Yeah. People think like if something doesn't get scored a 9 or a 10, that it's trash.
Yeah.
It's like that's just not the case. Like a 5
under
most scores is average.
Yeah. I'm wary of like 5 whatever movies because in my experience, if I watch anything less than a 6 on IMDb, it's usually. But I'll tell. Here's a not popular opinion. I didn't like Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, no,
is that right?
I didn't like it.
Yeah, you said
I didn't like it at all. I thought it was dog shit.
You're a racist.
See, that's how it starts.
That's how it starts. Yeah.
Before you know, I'm gonna get canceled.
Take all that black off, man. You don't deserve to wear that.
What? Oh my god, I'm getting black shamed.
Yeah, well, you never know what's going to happen on a Saturday morning, Jed.
It sucks too because I'm like sometimes I scroll through fucking movies and I'll be like, oh, that sounds interesting. Oh, Claudia Black's in it, and then I see it's like a 4, some science fiction movie she's in, and I'm like, yeah, it's probably dog shit.
Even Claudia Black can't save it.
I'm like, oh, Bruce Willis. I'm like, Michael Rooker. I'm like, it's a 4. I'm like, yeah, it's probably a cash grab.
Yeah, Bruce Willis movies, you got to pay attention to when it was made.
Yeah.
Anything in like the last 15 years is probably going to be trash.
Anything after Die Hard 3, I think is probably
a little sus. A little sus.
Was The Sixth Sense after Die Hard 3? That might have been
before that.
Was that before that? Yeah. Huh.
Yes. Well, I don't know. It was around the same time. I think Sixth Sense came out in 96.
Technically, his acting wasn't that great in that movie. It was just the whole story. And what was that kid's name? Haley Joel Osment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His acting was really good.
Yeah.
The kid carried him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Sixth Sense came out in 99.
99. When did Die Hard 3 come out?
Oh, yeah. Pretty sure Die Hard 3 came out before that. Die Hard 3, 1995.
95. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, anything after Die Hard 3.
Damn.
I don't know. I think Sixth Sense was a really good movie.
I meant the acting.
I honestly don't see
Suspect.
I don't see anything
Not bad.
wrong. I don't see anything wrong with Bruce Willis's performance in Sixth Sense.
It was very wooden because he was playing a fucking
No, I don't see anything wrong
press
with
loss fucking
it. I think he was fine.
divorced fucking.
And I think he was fine in Unbreakable too.
Yeah, I like
Unbreakable was decent.
Yeah.
Unbreakable was
same
decent.
role, same directing. It's not his fault that the director is a piece of shit. So
Yeah. Well, and Unbreakable itself was still decent. Like M. Night Shyamalan's movie career really is like a reverse bell curve. Not even a bell curve. It's just really just starts out high,
Straight
and then
downhill.
just goes downhill. Like so, you got Sixth Sense up here, and then it starts to curve downward a little bit with Unbreakable.
Right.
And what's his third one? Signs.
was Science the third one?
Might have been Signs, yeah.
Yeah. So then it just drops, it just plummets because Signs was shit.
It's funny. There's a lot of people that actually like Science.
I know a lot of people like Signs and they're stupid. Sorry if you like Signs.
His magnum opus of fucking dog shit was the one with fucking the pool in the apartment complex and the
Lady in the Water.
That's it, Lady in the Water.
Yeah. No,
Is that the
I'm going
one
to
with
give you
the
another
giant-
movie that
the guy
he
with the
did that
giant
was way
arm?
worse than that. Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, see, I haven't seen that.
Okay,
I haven't
that
subjected myself
is
to that
literally
torment.
the bottom of the M. Night Shyamalan shit barrel. Okay,
So there is a bell curve then. Just it's upside down.
no. Here's the way it is. Here's the way it works. Like I said, it just like it drops with Signs, and then The Village takes it down even further. Lady in the Water, right? And then like it just decides to dig a hole straight to the other side of the earth.
That's not true.
With Avatar: Last Airbender, and then
Nope.
After that, then we get was it AE After Earth, right? And I think that might have been marginally better than Avatar: Last Airbender. But then all of a sudden it shoots all the way back up again with freaking Split.
Split was awesome.
Yeah. It goes all the way back up with Split. Maybe not up to like freaking
all right.
Unbreakable levels. All right. But it certainly was better than that fucking shit movie Signs and Village. All right. And the Village was just awful. Anyway, so you got Split back up here, but then it just drops again with Glass and just, man, that guy has like no consistency.
That's right. Glass was dog shit. The other one was good.
Yeah.
Fuck. What was that? There was another movie that was good that you're missing. And I didn't know it was him because it didn't seem like it was one of his movies.
Because he wasn't credited in the trailers.
Probably The Visit.
The Visit.
Is it?
Yeah. 2015.
Which one was that?
Two siblings become increasingly frightened by their grandparents' disturbing behavior while visiting them on vacation.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Okay, I heard that one was decent. Okay,
Yeah,
so
that was
it climbed its way out of the M. Night Shyamalan shit barrel. All right, just like tooth and claw, just climbing its way out, and then so it gets it back up here above Lady in the Water and Village and shit like that, and then it shoots up with Split again, and then drops back down.
Yeah, The Visit was like, they didn't put his name in any credits anywhere.
Oh yeah, well it was the same thing with AE after
Yeah.
because his name was not in any of the marketing.
Yeah.
Because they knew that his name was Poison.
Yeah. Basically. I watched Knock at the Cabin.
Yeah, how's that? Yeah.
Predictable.
Yeah.
Very predictable.
Yeah. Was there a plot twist at the end? Was there an M. Night Shyamalan style plot twist? A Shyamalanian plot twist?
It was a really weak twist.
Yeah.
But there was a twist, but it was
See, this is what happens to your this is a perfect example of what happens to your career when you get typecast.
Yeah.
Twist. He didn't get typecast as like an actor gets typecast. He got typecast, the way a director does, where like he has to put some mind-bending twist into every movie because his first movie, which is worldwide, success,
Had a twist.
had a huge twist.
Yeah.
Huge twist that most people didn't see coming, which I don't understand how. I mean, I got caught with it too, so I'm not saying anything about myself. But
I got caught with
because it really, when you look at it, it really was obvious.
The Unbreakable twist hit me hard. I didn't realize that at all.
Yeah. So, but then like I think he felt pressured to put a twist into every film.
Well, it's like Marvel movies. They have to have something after the credits or
right.
to get people riot.
It's like, so he's like, he was writing his
5 minutes to fucking see nothing.
He would write his movies to have a plot twist at the end. And it's just like, dude, just write the movie. Just write a story, man. Doesn't have to be you don't have to blow anybody's mind with a plot twist.
What was the plot twist in Signs? What was the plot twist?
Signs? Yeah. The water.
Yeah.
Because how the girl was leaving the water all around and everything. And, he hit the glass and it turns out that the aliens were deathly allergic to water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Such
a
waste of Joaquin Phoenix's talent there in that movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's terrible.
I saw...
They're definitely afraid of water, so they come to a planet that's 75% covered in water.
Doesn't make sense.
I can't remember who I talked to, but it was somebody recently that was like, yeah, I saw a Cabin in the Woods, had high hopes for it. And it's like, did you really?
I'll tell you what. I like Dave Bautista.
I heard he was good in that movie.
And his acting is... ever since I saw the new Blade Runner movie, and I saw him in that, and I was like, wow, this dude can actually act really well. Everything that he's in after that, I'm like looking forward to seeing. Like, did you watch the Knives Out, the Glass Onion?
Oh yeah, that was
yes,
great.
He was good in that too.
Yeah, the movie's great.
It's a good movie, but yeah, it was just his acting is getting better, and it's good that it's funny how he's like, I'm glad that I'm not going to be playing Drax anymore because he wants to expand his acting, which he's actually really good. He's no John Cena, but he's no John Cena. Delivering the most famous Transformers line. They're Decepticons. How can you trust them? They're literally named Decepticons.
Probably is the best line in all the movies, honestly. Like nobody ever pointed that out in the history of Transformers.
They're literally called Decepticons.
Yep.
Yeah. Watch Attack on Titan. 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
I'm holding out for that English. But I'm pretty excited. I'm trying to...
Fucking racist.
I'm trying to ignore all the spoilers.
I reread the fucking thing. It's still going page to page.
Is it really?
The manga. I'm gonna see if they're gonna change the ending or not, but it's good. I like how they did basically like a 1 hour movie and just put 3 episodes all bunched together.
Yeah.
That worked out really well.
How many episodes is there going to be?
3.
3.
Yeah, it's a group of 3. They basically just did like a 1 hour release in 3 parts. But yeah, from what I remember, I'm thinking maybe it's going to be a 10, 12 episodes.
And this is it. They're not going to hit us with some shit.
No. Unless they're doing some, hey, while this was happening over here, all these people over there were doing this. And we're going to fucking milk it for what it's worth.
Right. Yeah, the spin-offs. Do you think there will be spin-offs coming?
Well, there was some type of Attack on Titan spin-off, if I remember what it was, but I can't remember what it was about.
It was like a goofy, like chibi high school Attack on Titan thing. Yeah. Okay. It was nothing worth watching.
Yeah, so if I missed it. Those OVAs were
had the OVAs, right.
I like those. But no, I don't think there can be anything more.
Yeah.
They go back in time and do prequel stuff.
Like back to like with the king and where everything started, like a little more than just a...
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think they could really make anything more than just a movie out of that, maybe? Or do you think I guess where there's a will, there's a way.
I heard like this Discord, server that I'm on with all these animators and like, 3D modelers and shit like that.
Yeah.
A lot of them actually work in the industry. Like the one dude works at NVIDIA.
Oh yeah.
Another dude works in Japan or China, and they're just talking like one's an actual animator for like a studio and stuff for the fuck's that? What's the one that does is it Madhouse? Madhouse? Is that a animation studio?
It sounds like
I think it's Madhouse they work. Anyway, she was saying about how there's just people. She said the turnover is so high.
Because of how they have to work?
Yeah. Because
of their working conditions?
They work so much, like, and the people who only get paid like decent money are like the people that have been there for like 40 years. And
yeah.
they're like, like, God level animators. And the majority of the people who want to be an anime animator come in and they have these stars in their eyes, and then they're gone in like a day or two.
Yep.
Yeah. Because they're just doing menial shit work. But the people that stick around for a little bit, she's been there for a year or two, I think it is. And she said it's just dog shit work, but you're in the industry and you get to be in the industry and your connections with other people, and you can,
So you got to weather the storm. You got to weather the storm in the beginning. And that's tough, man.
Yep.
Anything in the art world, I suppose, really.
But just with people in general nowadays who don't want to keep jobs anymore, they rather quit until they find something that's easy for them to do, and you're going into an animations. Yeah, that's why it's so hard. Did you see the Quarter Crew anime video they did?
No.
You haven't watched it? A lot of people are pissed off about that because they used AI. They used Stable Diffusion.
Oh, man.
They took Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust and trained it, and then they took basically their live video and they kind of did like this AI rotoscoping over top of it, and it looks like Vampire Hunter D.
But it's live footage.
It's anime. It's just the AI did it for them. And everyone's pissed off about it. They're like, you guys didn't pay anybody. You didn't give any money to anybody about it. But someone made a good point that even though it's Quarter Crew and they have like 1 million subscribers or whatever or more, and they're probably making all this money on ads and stuff, that it's still educational because they released a whole like hour-long video on how to do it yourself.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like they're making money off of it. It was done well, though, for the AI.
Mm-hmm. People just want a reason to bitch.
Well, it's artists. Yeah. It's everyone, they're like, why would you steal from this person? But that goes back to the AI concept anyways. Like your influences, when you want to go draw something, you're going to go look at what somebody else already drew and go, oh, I really like that style. I'm going to kind of try to draw like that. And
anything creative, art.
Is that really the same thing? Because but like AI isn't just taking inspiration; it's literally sampling.
No, it's inspiration. It's not sampling. It doesn't like take a clip of something and paste it into it. It literally learns based on the things you give it to learn from. So you feed it whatever you want it to learn, and then after it takes those samples, it creates this machine learning algorithm that if I want to draw a line this way, then this is the type of style that I'm going to draw it. And then you basically say, I will draw a dog this way. And it'll say, well, if I remember right, a dog is this. And then it'll draw it in that style.
It's crazy.
It doesn't take a dog sample that it saw somewhere and copy and paste it.
But like
trains. It's a training thing.
Oh.
Think of it this way, Levy. If I came to you and I said, hey, I have this AI, and it's going to be your customer service now. It won't know how to do customer service until you tell it what kind of business you guys do and how do you want to answer the phone and what answers do you give the person asking whatever questions, right? And then it'll learn, and then you just basically hook it up to the phone, and then there's your chatbot, and it'll answer questions for people. But it won't know that until you train it.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable though. To see how far it's come, man.
It's like speech recognition. Speech recognition originally is a science that I learned 20 years ago, and the best speech recognition is based on training language modules. So you basically teach it how to understand what someone's saying in a natural language, and it took months and months and months for people to do that. Now it's with the machine learning, it can do it right away. Yeah. So before, when if you wanted to take, like, say, I want to take Levy's voice and I want to make a text to speech thing, so I could just type shit in and it sound like it's saying that. Yeah. It would he would have to do all these phonetic, things, and we have to cut them all together and make it so that it actually sounds good. Now with AI, I can take a 5-second sample of Levy's talking about something, and it could interpolate
what he
your
would
inflections
sound like,
and create that grammar and that baseline from that, and then do it now.
Terminator did that in 1984.
That shit is just crazy, though. It really is.
Yeah.
Is Woofy okay?
Like the whole Skynet thing and everything is funny until it fucking happens. Like, we chuckle about it, and then
this is one Adam 19
working for the robots.
Nah, it's cool, man. I, for one, welcome our AI overlords. Because you know why? Because it's already giving me less things to do at work.
The thing, actually, all this AI stuff kind of makes me a little nervous. I've been watching some videos lately on YouTube of somebody who used deep fakes and vocal recreation to have Donald Trump, Joe Biden, and Barack Obama debate Legend of Zelda weapons or Legend of Zelda games. And
that's awesome. Send me that video.
Right.
Look it up.
Yeah, that's funny. But what about what happens then when they start taking these things and start having them say things that could actually have a real impact?
Just like any technology, there's always the fear of someone abusing it.
Yeah, exactly. But this kind of thing, I find it to be really frightening of what people can do with it.
That's why you have to educate yourselves to see the difference and know what the difference is.
Yeah, but what happens when it gets too good that you can't? Unless you're an expert.
People have said that about things all past 30, 40 years about everything.
Yeah, but I think this is a little bit different because it's...
No. It's the same thing. It's like when speech recognition came out, when the internet started, when decryption started. We can't have people encrypting things because then they would lock away all their secrets and we would be able to access it. So the FBI locked that dude that actually created the decryption for fucking how many months with no charges, whatever, because he wanted to get the fucking key done. And there he was like, no, I'm not doing it. So there is a good size and bad size of everything.
Of course.
Just
of course. But like with this kind of technology, eventually it's going to get to the point where you're never going to be able to know what's truth and fiction when it comes to things that you see on TV, on social media.
Do you think all those TikTok videos that is not staged, that it's like real happening?
No,
80% of those are staged. I bet.
Oh, I know
more.
I know because, but the thing is, those are
people like my wife don't though.
Right, I understand it. For people who are more discerning, and whatnot, you can spot that, but that's going to change.
He was trying not to call your wife a nitwit.
Right. Do you guys remember that video about the two dumbass girls that tried to put gas in their Tesla?
Yeah.
That was 100% fucking staged.
Of course it was.
She thought that was real.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the Arnold Schwarzenegger Uncle Rico that I put in the chat?
Yes.
I would throw the ball right over the mountains.
Yes.
But it was like, it was money though. Like it was.
Did you see crazy? Did you see the one where Arnold Schwarzenegger has Kate Winslet in Titanic?
Yeah, I did.
I want you to draw me wearing this.
That one I did
Didn't
not
they
see.
have
Only this?
Wasn't Stallone Leo or am I?
No, it was Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it was Arnold Schwarzenegger as Rose, and he's like, I want you to draw me wearing this. Only this.
Only this. I feel like I saw Stallone Schwarzenegger like where they were love interests from. I can't remember which one it was because there was a lot of them going around. Yeah, that shit's funny.
But that's good that it goes around like that because then people can see the difference between the two. Because there's going to be people out there that go, I didn't know Arnold Schwarzenegger did that.
Yeah. But the whole deepfake thing with Schwarzenegger as Uncle Rico, it was really wild because it wasn't straight up Arnold on Uncle Rico's head. It was like you could see where even the individual features of his face, like you could see a little bit of Uncle Rico in there and a little bit of Arnold in there. And it was just wild how they kind of like put them both together.
Back like a few episodes ago when I was telling you guys about AI originally, I said, watch the next few years, it's going to be a game changer. Like the internet was, like this was, this was. It's the cloud. Yeah. This is big deal. This is a big turn for everything.
Okay, so but the thing is, like, what say somebody that creates a whole thing of the United States president making a
like calling a press conference people to arms.
No, saying we are declaring war with Russia and say we've just launched nukes. Now somebody then goes and hacks into the Russian network and says we have a nuclear strike incoming. That's not far-fetched because that happened this week. Hackers hacked the Soviet or not Soviet, the Russian whatever network, whatever, and they or TV network, whatever, and broadcasted that a nuclear strike was incoming across the nation. You know, so what if somebody you really wanted to cause some real chaos? You know, produce that video and then decided to hack the Russians and whatever.
Sure.
Now like they see a nuclear strike incoming, you don't have a lot of time to try and discern whether it's fake or not. You have to make a split decision of whether to launch a counterstrike or say we're not going to do anything because we think this is fake.
Dude, this is just War of the Worlds all over. That's all. It's you have
I think these are real concerns. I think these are real concerns that we should be having and should be thinking about.
It's the same thing that happened when the whole Orson Welles thing happened. It was a parody of a radio broadcast that Martians were invading and people fucking killed themselves.
Everybody went nuts.
They jumped off the buildings thinking that was real. So you have to be able to be smart enough to know the difference, and then the person that's going to actually be that's going to matter, you have to go, well, what do I do? Is it someone of importance or whatever? Then they're going to pick up a phone and go, hey, is this fucking for real or not? Before they do anything, before they act.
Yeah, I understand.
It's the dumbasses that react right away. That's I
understand it, but still you literally have moments to decide what you're going to do. And I mean, this kind of things happen long before this kind of technology is around. Where with
Why would
glitches.
You have moments to decide?
What's that?
Why would you have moments to decide?
Because you have to decide to launch a counterstrike.
No, you don't. You just fucking make a phone call before you do anything. And besides, those orders come down from some military person somewhere. They're not just someone's not gonna be sitting there on their fucking phone in the fucking silo that have the launch codes and they're bored. They're like, oh shit.
I'm not talking. That's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
That's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
But what I'm saying is if they detect a launch, if they're getting they're getting detection of a nuclear strike incoming, you have a very limited amount of time to decide what to do.
Do you know how many times there's been glitches like?
And that's what I'm saying. That kind of thing has happened before, and it's only by
so they
sheer
pick up the phone and
luck.
They go, is this for sure? And they check it, and before so they're just not going to launch out of nowhere.
I'm not saying that they would, Jed, but what I'm saying is that the decision was very close either way. Because of course they have to get the orders from the president, but the president could be getting bad advice from his advisors, because maybe they believe the bad information or whatever. What I'm saying is this makes it a lot harder to make those decisions.
I would think that the ability to impersonate someone that's saying something would be disregarded in that level of checks and balances. I don't think that a deep fake, it probably would cause mass panic and stuff to a public, people. But I think for people who are in power, who are in that position to make those decisions, I think that they would probably, triple check and everything instead of, I don't think that the impersonation of the video and the audio, I don't think would influence them as much as that you would be worried about that being influenced by them. I think they would.
I'm not saying it's just the deep fakery. That's just one aspect of it. But what I'm saying is in combination with other things,
right?
With other things like this hacking that just went on in Russia this past week.
Right. And I'm saying that I think there's a lot of checks for things that are that serious when it comes to that.
No, I
the Russians would be
I think it would be more I think you would cause more chaos and dishevel if you actually hit the economy side of things and you
that's entirely possible too. I
more
think
so than having where you already know that this system
that was just an example.
I'm just saying that high level, of risk is already kind of checked already. Yeah. Whereas you have something different, like where you say, someone goes, oh, AMC just bought fucking this, whatever, Blockbuster, and now their stock goes all the way up because that's happened already. And you could have somebody who's like in a position of influence. Let's say it's just some random, like say Elon Musk or whatever, deep fake him saying, hey, I'm buying Facebook. Yeah. Right. Everyone rushes out and goes out to buy all the Facebook stock, sells this or sells that. Now that could cause a big, huge thing. Yeah. More so, I think, a turmoil than, than that, like say like the leader of a country.
Yeah, no, and that's fine. That was just an example, but I'm saying that this technology could be used to sow that kind of chaos.
Yeah, I mean they've had impersonators for years.
Yeah, but not this good. And it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better.
Well, that's what everything does. It always will always advance. You just got to make sure that like the people who actually been working on this whole AI thing, they have like a moral issues where they're afraid to release some of the stuff that they have already worked on. Have you heard of the OI AI?
No.
Or is it OPAI? So if you guys want to talk about being scary, and this isn't science fiction, this is actually really happening. They're AI in combination with geneticists, I think there is, or biological scientists, whatever. They're combining the two. So what they're doing is they're growing cloned brain cells in a lab called it's the OI or AI, whatever it stands for. But basically they're like empty brain cells so that they can use these brain cells as a storage capacity for memory. In a chemical-based type of like hard drive or memory stick is the easy way to think about it. Yeah. Then they're combining that with AI so that AI can use
it's like a biological computer.
It's an organic
DNA based.
Yeah, and that's actually happening right now.
That's fucking scary.
See, now that's
that's totally.
You want Terminators? This is how you get Terminators and Cylons.
And when AI is able to recognize its own source code and rewrite itself, that's also happening too. That's also
good.
Yeah, that's great. Robots that can replicate.
It'll
see autonomous.
It'll see like an API for some place, and it'll go, "Oh, I see that API. Here, let me write the code for it real quick so I can access it." And it does it. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense because I can't do that. So now let me include it in my code. That happens now. So there's morality limits that they're releasing certain things. So.
Yeah, that's the gray goose scenario right there.
The best part is that Microsoft's in charge of all it.
Awesome. Yeah.
So look for the blue screen of death coming soon to a fucking world near you.
Yeah, the gray goose scenario is just becoming more and more likely, it seems.
What's the gray goose scenario?
The gray goose scenario is basically the idea that nanotechnology just completely overruns the world.
Oh, okay.
And it self-replicates itself and just completely consumes all biological material. It's basically, it's kind of like the scenario from Horizon Zero Dawn.
Okay.
Except they weren't nanomachines. They were just like big giant robots that just consumed all biological material and killed everything.
Jesus.
Just a bunch of insecticons.
I'm just hoping that we're not around long enough to see it all really happen, but technology is moving so fast.
It's already happening. It's one of those things like where they say on the Jurassic Park, you guys didn't stop to think that you should do it.
Yeah.
Just if you could do it type of thing. But they are stopping and they are going, should we do this? And
Jeff Goldblum tried to warn us in 1992.
Yeah. And a lot of them are stopping. They're going, we probably shouldn't do this. And they're like, yeah, you're right. And then,
Yeah. The problem is if they're not going to do it, someone else will.
Well, that's the thing is that they're afraid because it's open source. So you release the open source code to anybody in the world and it's open. And so you can modify however you want.
That's great.
And then you can create whatever you want.
Yeah.
So, it's just, you don't put your peanut butter and chocolate together when it comes to AI.
Oh, when it comes to AI.
Yeah, you keep it separated.
I almost stopped you in the middle of that sentence.
No more AI Reese's.
Crazy.
No more AI Reese's for you.
Let's not.
You keep that AI that makes toast separate from the AI that watches for nuclear launches, Bing! We're ready.
In the interest of time, getting you to where you got to go, we should probably get rolling soon.
Yeah, you guys want to go eat?
Yeah. Before we go, I got a couple weird news articles that I
here. That's right.
Just to end on a positive lighter note.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, man.
On a more lighter note.
Imagine we're going to use weird news to end on a lighter note. So you don't have any fucking child rape and death stories mixed in there?
I don't think so.
I told Lori about the USB in the penis weird news one. Yeah.
So Canada rules that flipping the middle finger is a God-given right.
Yeah, good for them. Good for our fucking neighbors.
Yep, they ruled it is not a crime to give someone the finger. Flipping the proverbial bird is a God-given charter, enshrined right that belongs to every red-blooded Canadian.
Agreed.
The legality of a raised middle finger was questioned after two neighbors from a Montreal suburb got into a heated exchange in May of 2021. So, according to court documents, one guy was outside of his home and another guy passed by. He accused, the first guy accused the second guy of startling him and making vulgar gestures like a raised middle finger and a throat-slitting motion. The second guy admitted that he cursed at the first guy and flipped him off, but he testified that it was initially the first guy who started the altercation, called the second guy crazy, along with other offensive names. So police were called. The second guy was arrested on the grounds of criminal harassment, uttering death threats against his neighbor. So...
Did you ever see the one? There's a video out there of two guys. They're throwing fingers at each other, like really aggressively, like, and anywhere else on the planet, it would turn into a fist fight. But they're just like, they're going back and forth with each other, and they're like
slap fighting.
And like the wind up just keeps getting bigger and shit. And it continues like it starts in the middle of the street, but this guy's going that way and that guy's going that way, and as they're walking away from each other, they're like, and they do it like they're throwing it and shit. Man.
Yeah, that's funny.
Hey, what is your name?
All right, so next, this comes from Las Vegas, Fox 5, Vegas.com. A woman told employees, "You will never catch me," during retail theft. So
they did.
According to a news release during the month of January, police say a female suspect brazenly stole items from a retail business while an employee filmed the theft occurring. During the incident, police said the suspect was heard telling the employee, "You will never catch me," while laughing.
Never ends well.
The Lehigh Valley, or the Las Vegas Police Department said the burglary occurred in the 2000 block of South Las Vegas Boulevard. And apparently she was right, because they're asking anyone with information to call the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department commercial robbery section at 702-828-3591. So if anybody has any information about the whereabouts of this woman, you'll never catch me, man. So yeah.
We're like worrying about whether or not AI is going to start the nuclear fucking war. Meanwhile, they can't catch that broad.
It's the best.
She was caught on video, and they can't catch her. A Connecticut math instructor charged after allegedly putting fifth graders in chokeholds during martial arts demonstrations and causing students to pass out.
Wow.
I love it.
It's like the Hulk Hogan story.
Oh my God. Oh, what the hell?
Fifth graders. Holy shit.
Yeah. So Stephanie Sanabria appears in a mugshot after being arrested for allegedly putting students in a chokehold in an elementary school in Connecticut. She has resigned and been arrested after allegedly placing several students in chokeholds during martial arts demonstrations she had no business performing. She's 50 years old, faces charges including strangulation in the second degree, risk of injury to a minor, and reckless endangerment in the first degree.
Strangulation's a charge?
Strangulation in the second degree, yeah.
Wow.
The fifth graders were placed in chokeholds while she was working as a math coach. It was unclear why she had allegedly been showcasing martial arts moves in a math class.
It's a weird example.
It is.
One of the students lost consciousness as a result of Sanabria's actions. The school nurse immediately treated the child. She was arrested Friday.
Let's count the vertebrae together, shall we? 3 + 4 is 7. And then I put a pressure on the 7th vertebrae and hold you here.
You know what? You laugh, but like, so I went out with a bunch of my grade school friends, and I went to Catholic school, and the nuns used to fucking beat our asses, bro.
I've heard stories from my dad.
Yeah.
Like back in the 40s.
Back in the 80s.
Like in the 40s.
They were still,
he said the priests were the worst.
Yeah.
He said, not only would the nuns hit you with fucking sticks and rulers and shit like that, but the priests would they just fucking haul off and punch you.
Yeah.
Like kids. The one dude cracked his head on the fucking blackboard and shit like that. And
Jesus.
I'm telling you right now,
Beat the fuck out of him.
if Sister Sally is still alive and I run into her ass one of these days, she's getting laid the fuck out. Could you imagine if I got arrested for punching a nun?
My mom used to tell me because she was left-handed that they used to fucking smack her all the time to right-handed. Guess because the devil was in her or whatever. Because of fucking left-handed.
She was a southpaw.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. That's why I never went to Catholic school.
Yeah.
Because they're like, we're not putting our kids through that fucking
My mom
torture.
told me that she sent me to Catholic school specifically because if I was going to end up being like a fucking bad kid and stealing hubcaps, she wanted me to be well dressed while I was doing it. I want you to be in a shirt and a tie when you're stealing hubcaps.
Wow.
So, WWE in talks with state gambling regulators to legalize betting on scripted match results.
Yeah. That's a weird one.
Yeah, they're working with EY, commonly known as Ernst & Young, to secure match results so they won't leak to the public. WWE creative executives don't plan to inform wrestlers who will win until hours before a match.
Isn't that like a fixed? Isn't that just?
I don't know how they can do that.
WWE aims to have major sports betting companies offer bets on high-profile matches. Yeah.
That's just you leak the info to somebody, and then they make the right bets. That's just.
Yeah, that's I
like
really
throwing
doubt
the fight.
that's.
Yeah,
I really doubt that's going through.
That's like boxing. That's how boxing. They were charged with that. Like, how many? What was that in the 80s? I think it was right after Tyson or they were. Yeah.
All right, so
they were scripting them.
The last one,
the heavyweight champion fights.
It's nuts.
It was after Tyson.
The last one here is gonna call back to how we opened the show with Cocaine Bear. This is the real life sequel. Cocaine Leopard. Wild big cat captured in Oakley tests positive for cocaine, transferred to zoo.
His name was Pete.
Wildcat is being treated at the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Gardens after being captured in Oakley earlier this year. They received reports of a leopard being spotted in a tree in Oakley.
No pun intended.
So, actually, they did a DNA test and confirmed the cat, known as Amiri, was an African serval. Our initial thought was the cat was a hybrid F1 Savannah, which is legal to own in Ohio, but our expert was pretty certain Emery was a serval, which are illegal to own. And
where's the cocaine?
So it wasn't a leopard?
CAC's medical team also tested him for narcotics. Officials said Emery tested positive for exposure to cocaine.
Wait, it was a leopard or a serval?
It's serval.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Leopard would have been. I'll tell you what. You put a leopard on cocaine versus a bear on cocaine. Now we're talking about some beast wars that I can get into.
I was in the Discord. You haven't looked, of course, because you didn't get the app yet.
No, not yet. No.
But I sent the meth gator from that whatchamacallit posted.
Yeah.
We're at.
Go to the show ideas channel.
Yeah, but I feel like you should have less teeth. You know? What I mean? Like,
yeah, that's what look at the rest of the replies. So, what Levy said.
Oh yeah.
Why does he have all of his teeth?
This seems to be a shared animal junkie cinematic universe. I am Cocaine Bear. You think you're the only animal junkie in the world? Mr. Bear, you've become part of a larger universe. You just don't know it yet.
I did post a trailer.
Coming next.
I did post a trailer in there. I don't know if you guys watched it.
No,
It's called Glorious.
No, I didn't.
In here?
In the trailers. Because it's a trailer, Mike.
It's like H.P. Lovecraft in comedy.
Imagine your Stackhouse and you get that script and you're like, yeah, I'm in. Yeah.
Fucking Elder God Glory Hole.
Like, that makes me want to see the shit that he turned down.
Yeah. I just thought that was funny.
What would he say, boys?
Whiplash 2? Nope. Glorious.
Glorious.
Yeah. Let's end the show and eat some sushi.
Anybody got anything in closing? No? FUJB.
Fuck you, John Bailey.
Yes.
Yeah.
And everybody, I hope everybody has a good time at TFCon. Send us pictures.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah. And enough's enough. We're out.